I had an enema blooper happen to me one time, and this will happen to you, let me tell you. You think that you could make it back to the toilet, so like put yourself on an invisible 10-foot leash, because that's all you got. And I was at the other side of the house, and I'm talking to my friend, and he's going, what are you doing? I just did an enema, I'm jumping up and down. And I said, yeah, I've got it up about 5 minutes right now. And if you have any cooked food or any junk in your sewage trap, because that's like the end of the road, as they say, before it goes home. So if you want to clean this trap, and at least once a week, I use a tablespoon, but start out lighter. This stuff is magical. We'll sell it pretty soon, but right now it's only $3 a pound. And just go get this one here. It's really good. It's Bob Red Mill's baking soda, not baking powder. And the baking soda, remember, is sodium bicarbonate, and this stuff is really magical. Look up maybe soda doping, if you've ever heard of that. A lot of athletes used to take a teaspoon of this 2 hours before they work out, or no, before they race. And what happens is that you got a chance to go ahead and take all the lactic acid out of your system, and now your blood can finally get more oxygen. You go, I'm not telling anybody about this. Hell no! So if you want to get your intestinal tract clean, what do you think? You're going to drink? Yeah, you can try to go through 40 feet of intestinal tract, but the best way is through the back door. I use a teaspoon and about 12 ounces of water, and I put in, and the water I use blue-green algae. Okay? And you can do this also with fulvic acid, but remember, this is something that's new, so you don't go in there head start and go ahead and use a tablespoon. Use a half a teaspoon, put 12 ounces, and get next to the toilet, because don't walk away. And if you can hold it for 10 minutes, it's because you either didn't do it right or you're really bloody clean. Okay? And if you can hold it, and once you feel like you gotta go, you just keep going like this, like a washing machine, man, and you jump up and down because you're trying to use the sodium bicarbonate. Wow. And then you sit on the toilet and you hold it as long as you can, because this is when your liver squirts all the good stuff out. It's like the last 15 seconds of going, I can't hold it anymore. And you get on your hands and knees, boys, you know how to do it. And you can do it a variety of different ways, but what you do is you use warm water too, so it's not like, woohoo!
But not too hot, because you can't tell in there like you can in your mouth, right?
And remember, your rear end, okay, or this tissue is very sensitive, so when you put in the enema, you don't just shove it in there, you put coconut oil on there and you spin it in really slow, because that tissue, especially if you're older and you got hemorrhoids or you got a lot of people have leaky gut syndrome, and some of the intestinal wall is paper thin, and what you could do is puncture your intestinal tract, and that would be a big mistake. So when you do it, you watch some videos on there, but we're going to do one coming up. You actually put coconut oil on, and you have to turn it in. Just keep turning and turning and sort of wiggle it. Then once you get it in there, make sure that if you're using a bag, you want to use a gravity bag and try to use as much fluid as you can, because you're trying to get it in there. And what I do is I hang upside down in my inversion swing, and then or I do a headstand. If you don't have an inversion swing, you go like this, and remember your whole idea, like I can do this anywhere, anytime. You just go up, and so don't do this unless you're already proficient at doing headstands with your eyes closed. And so you hold this thing right in your stomach, and where's it going? We've got no choice but to go where I want it to.
Timothy was demonstrating a potential enema.
Like this would be the string.
Yeah. So part of also eating all this stuff, you guys can do all this stuff. Yeah. Why? Because you eat all this good stuff.
Yeah.
I see you guys doing your tricks and your handstands. I'm gonna check this brothers out.